Okay, class, I need everybody voices off and at your seats in five, four, three, two, one. Nice job. Okay, next we are playing a game called This or That. Now raise your hand if you've ever played this game before. Good. Looks like most hands are up. If you haven't played it, it's real simple. It's a this or that game, meaning we're gonna put a line down the middle of the classroom, and I'm gonna give you a would you rather question. And depending on which side of the aisle you fall on, you're gonna stand on whatever side your answer is supposed to be on. So, for instance, if we had vanilla or chocolate ice cream, people that like vanilla ice cream more will go to the left side. People that like chocolate go to the right. Is there any middle in this game? No. That's the whole point of it. You got to choose. You got to pick one or the other. Okay. Any questions there? No? Okay. Now, this is a this or that game related to one of our essential questions and one of our essential topics for this unit this week, which is citizenship, right? And we're linking this back to the citizenship lessons we learned in our anchor text, A Man Called Raven, today. And these are all this or that's and would you rathers having to do with citizenship actions. Such things as registering to vote, paying taxes, shoveling snow for old people that live in your neighborhood, things like that. And you'll have to choose which action would you rather do. Everybody clear on this? Good. All right, I'm going to have everybody stand up. Stand in the middle on that nice gray line right there. Perfect. Okay. Number one. Would you rather pick up trash on the side of the highway or volunteer at an old folks home? 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay. Next. Back to the middle. Come on. Back over there. Next one. Would you rather help tutor a classmate you see struggling or recycle? Very good. I think we're getting the hang of this now. Good job. Okay, back to the middle here. Would you rather serve on a jury or clean up your neighborhood dump, which has become overrun by crows and rats? Nice. Okay. Looks like some people will avoid jury duty at all costs. Nice. I like it. Okay. 3 more. Okay. This or that. Back to the middle here. Would you rather admit biases you have towards someone you may or may not know to their face, or take a first aid course and certify in first aid CPR? Gotcha. Okay. 2 more here. Number 5. Would you rather attend a town hall meeting or shovel snow for old folks who live in your neighborhood? Yeah, not a lot of people at the town hall one. Okay. And lastly, would you rather register to vote or pay taxes? Okay. That's a lot of people registering to vote right there. Okay. Good job. I picked this game. I used to play this game when I was a camp counselor at summer camp. And it's really good for getting people out of their comfort zone, and not even getting out of their comfort zone, but more like breaking the ice, like getting more familiar with the people around them. And just getting up and having fun breaks up the kind of like structure of the day in a fun way. So I thought, this gets their body moving, but also engages their brain in some of these real life examples of ways they can contribute and be a good citizen in their communities. So that's why I picked this game and tried to relate it back to our anchor text. Okay, I need everybody back in your seats in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Okay, now reflecting on that for a couple minutes, I want you to take 2 minutes and either journal to yourself or turn and talk to a partner and answer this question. What is one new thing you just learned about yourself in this game? What is one new thing you just learned about yourself? Anybody have any quick thoughts what that might be? An example? John? Yep. Yep. You don't want to register to vote. I feel, yeah, I totally get that. Don't want to do paperwork. Everybody's there. Everybody's been there. Absolutely. So great example there. Journal or turn and talk. One caveat here, if you choose to journal, please on your way out, just show me what your takeaway was from this. I'm very curious to know. Okay, ready, set, go. And this part of the lesson, I wanted to make it, I wanted there to be multiple different options for them because, I know that sometimes you're not feeling like socializing, you don't want to turn and talk to somebody, so I give them another option to journal, and hopefully that catches those kids that are just starting to drift out and don't want to be in the lesson anymore. They have an out, they have a way of still participating, still contributing, and still producing something. And hopefully that, that gets them somewhat, even the least engaged kid, that gets them giving me some semblance of they got what we were talking about. Okay, awesome. No, guys, I don't want those now, right? I want them on your way out. Okay, thank you. Back in your seats. Okay, good. All right. Now, for our exit ticket, last thing we're going to do today, we got about 10, 12 minutes left on the clock. We are going to write. I want you to write non-stop as long as this timer behind me is going for 10 minutes. And what you're going to write about is answering these 2 key questions. Okay, and I'm going to put them on the board after I finish saying this. Question 1, what have we learned about citizenship already from our anchor text, A Man Called Raven? Question 2, is citizenship important to you and your core values? Why or why not? No judgment there. I put that in the question. I will put it up here. One more time. Is citizenship important to you and your core values? Why or why not? No judgment, right? We're just honestly reflecting here about what we know about citizenship, what we've learned about citizenship, and what we're taking with us from this lesson about citizenship. If you can demonstrate that learning for me, that is all I'm looking for this lesson. Okay? So, are we talking or are we writing? We're writing. Okay, and that timer, thank you, Ben. That timer starts now. Okay, this is my last thing I put in this lesson. I wanted it to be, I wanted it to kind of be a good, be a good reflection at the end of this lesson, like, what is one thing that I actually will take away from this? At the turn and talk, I very well understand that, people might have been messing around, might not have been on task or talking about this subject that we're covering. But here, having to sit down, a piece of paper and pen or pencil, writing what they've learned so far from the anchor text, writing a little bit about what they think about citizenship, and their core values, which should motivate more people, because it's awesome to talk about your core values, what you believe in, what you think about life. I think tying that all into our theme of citizenship should engage a lot of the kids here and should help them soak in what we're learning about here.